Welcome to Activations with JJ Energy Update for the week of November 29th, 2021. Hello, my dear friends. I am so happy to have you with me for another week. This past week, if you're listening to this right at the time that I publish it, was very interesting again. I feel like there's so much fluctuation going on, and that theme is recurring. And so I want to just make sure that you know that I'm holding space for you as we go through these ups and downs together. Sometimes there is no explanation for the ups and downs. And I think because of programming we have, or, we have shame that we feel, I just want to remind you it's okay to go through those ups and downs. It's okay. It's part of the experience. Most of the time, what I find is when I start judging myself for being in different moods, as long as it's not like harming somebody else, but just kind of my inner world feels a little bit more in turmoil, or it feels like a roller coaster. I actually just try to be more present. And as I am more present, I'm able to flow through that. And I think it's the divine feminine that's really pushing through. And the divine feminine doesn't push. So technically, it's not really pushing through. It's flowing through. It's simmering. It's slowly disseminating through the energies of the planet. I've mentioned it many times, and I've felt it in different gatherings I do. The divine feminine is beginning to come through more powerfully on the planet. As I've said before, this is the era of the divine feminine. And I think sometimes as we are observing what's going on in the world, we forget what the divine feminine may look like. It's not always peaceful and calm. There are some times of tumult when it comes to the divine feminine. And think about Kali, think about some of the goddesses out there. It'd be interesting to sort of study them, because as you do, you may see some of their attributes manifesting in the collective. And it might give you a little comfort, because things are a little tenuous right now in different areas. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. And we're about to hit another age and an era. I believe that the calendar does mark some kind of a rebirth or a newness. And so as we enter this new year of 2022, obviously significant with numbers, it's important for us to become more aware of the energies and not feel, I think sometimes we feel like something's wrong with the energy because it's foreign to us. So as we become accustomed to the new energy, we will stop feeling like something's wrong, and we'll start becoming more acclimated to it, and our energy will be calibrated to it. Before I bring through the energy update for this week and this sort of entry into the final month of 2021, I wanted to let you know of a couple of really exciting events I have happening. First of all, we are coming up on 12/12, which is obviously another portal day. And for me, 12 is a very significant number. There are lots of meanings to the number 12. You can look those up on the internet. I won't go through all of them here, but lots of significance for that number. It's a great geometric number for shapes, and also just in the angelic realm, so many things that are related to that. One of the things that 12 is related to is our DNA. And so I will announce this in my monthly theme episode, which I've decided to do each month. I feel like it's important for us to kind of focus for an entire month on a certain thing. And my focus for the month of December 2021 is DNA activation. So I have a couple different episodes about that coming out here. I am starting a new series called Ascension School. I thought I was going to continue my Ascension Diaries series, but it really hit me that I wanted to do something a little bit more informational. And if you're into learning, this is the series for you. I had a lot of fun with the economics and prosperity on the new earth. I may continue to pick that up again, or even do some gatherings about manifesting and abundance. But for now, I feel like I'm going to transition into this Ascension School. I feel like there's so much change going on the planet and energetically, and I really do feel like my podcast reflects that with the different series that I do and the different themes that come through. So what came to me was to play with this idea of the 12-12 portal and also the idea of our DNA having 12 strands, 2 sets of 12 strands, and use that to our advantage. So I have opened up some amazing events for 12-12. First of all, in the morning, I will be doing a Pleiadian DNA activation as a group. Then I have a limited number of one-on-one sessions, and I'm really excited about these one-on-one sessions. They are 30 minutes long, and here's what you will get with those sessions. First of all, I'm going to read your cosmic DNA. I'll channel your higher self, and we'll figure out who you're related to, what star races, what star planets you come from, or you have DNA, I guess you could say. It's kind of like, the best way I can relate it to is our DNA here on this planet, like we may be coming from Europe or Asia or wherever our DNA comes from. It's kind of exploring that, and I'll simply do it by channeling. Secondly, we'll figure out how many strands of DNA you have activated at this moment in time. And thirdly, I will be bringing through a light language activation from your higher self that will begin to activate your next strand that is ready to be activated. And then I'll send you a recording, an MP3 recording of that light language activation, and I'll put it on a loop, a 10-minute loop. So the original will probably be 3 to 5 minutes, but then I'll put it on a loop. So you'll get this session, you'll get the reading of your cosmic DNA, how many strands you have activated, just kind of a scan of your DNA, then the light language activation, and you'll get that recording sent to you. That's what will happen in those 30-minute sessions on 12-12. Those I would definitely hop on and register for now because they will fill up quickly. I only have a certain number. I will be starting on the evening of 12/11 for those in Australia and New Zealand. The last thing that I plan on doing on 12/12, and then I promise I'll get to the energy update, is an Arcturian circle of 12 this time. There is significance in numbers. I've done the Arcturian circle of 8. There's an Arcturian circle of 12 that we're going to do, and I think it has a different function, but Spirit guided me to put the number 12 there. That means I only have 11 spots because I am included in the 12. So I only have 11 spots. It'll be the evening of 12/12. Sorry to those of you in Europe who it might be the middle of the night for, but I promise you it's going to be amazing. Our intention for that, again, is the same theme, DNA activation. So those are the upcoming events I have. I will also be doing some things on December 31st and January 1st, but I don't want to go there right now because I actually haven't decided exactly what theme I want for those. But it's going to be so fun this month. All right, let's head into the energy update. I'm going to go ahead and have us relax for a moment. Moving on from the more business side of the episode into the energy update and activation as we begin to listen to the music and relax our bodies and minds into a state of receiving. Greetings, dear ones. We are 12th density Arcturians that have calibrated our energy in order to bring it through this particular channel. We are here to address much of the magnetic disturbances which are occurring on your planet at the moment, and to assist your bodies through our tools to be able to better adjust to these ups and downs, as you would say. First of all, we would like to let you know that these quote-unquote disturbances are part of the transition of the planet into higher density. And we lament that they are creating some difficulties for you, especially in your physical bodies. However, we do offer you to receive some of the adjustments that we are making with our devices and instruments. We do so in love and in a way that is for your greatest and highest good. We invite you to visualize before you some sort of healing chamber. Each of you may visualize something slightly different. However, the function will be the same for all of you. It is your intention that is of utmost importance. As you enter this chamber, whether you are standing up or lying down, we remind you to relax your body, in particular your cells, and begin to imagine lights circling your being as we transmit light language. We invite you to take a deep breath to integrate this activation and calibration as we proceed by explaining a bit to you. We will try to explain it on a level that your brains may understand, that your mind at this density may understand. And the main idea is that each of your cells, and in fact each of your atoms, is calibrated to a certain magnetic resonance. And as many of you shift into higher densities, there is somewhat of an incongruence among the different parts of your body. And this particular device which we are using is assisting your entire body collectively to come into sync so that you do not feel as if there is a resistance from certain parts of your body. In addition to that, we are assisting your physical body as it acclimates to the magnetic resonance of the planet. We would also like to offer our help at any moment in time as you feel the effects of the magnetic storms that are occurring near the planet at this time. We have several different devices that we can utilize in order to help your body better adjust to these changes. Yes, dear ones, this is a time of change. We offer words of comfort in our language as we conclude this activation. Hina lutitalaya tuya. Hina lalani anini anini. Thank you, my friends, for co-creating this energy update with me. I do feel as if they were departing in their last light language activation and they kind of faded away. But I really have worked with the Arcturians a lot, and I appreciate their devices and their instruments that they have. And I know that if you choose to co-create with them and allow them to help, that they have offered nothing but positive results, positive help to me and to my different clients that I work with. So I would consider definitely reaching out to them when you feel like you're kind of on a roller coaster, energetically, emotionally, all of the things. If you're feeling any kind of fluctuating energies, they have some amazing technology to be able to balance that out and really assist you in getting to a state of equilibrium again. So the name of the game is change, as they mentioned, and flow. But there are so many resources available to us, and there are so many benevolent beings who are willing and able to help us. All we have to do is reach out. If it resonates with you also to connect with these beings through a session with me, I would be honored and privileged to do so. I just want to remind you of that. Once again, as we close out this energy update, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you co-creating with me, and the divinity within me honors the divinity within you. Namaste.